how we relate to the thinking, the kind of thinking that goes on with us. No matter what the addiction, no matter what the compulsion, the thinking is always the same. In fact, I would like to take this group to recovery, celebrate recovery every now and then. I went to Overeaters Anonymous for 9 years. And I had a sponsor where they have someone that you assign yourself to, and it was because of overeating. So I pulled my food in every single day for 9 years, wrote it down, and submitted it to her. I lost 60 pounds with them, kept it off for 3 years, but then I'm hypoglycemic. And what that means is my sugar chemically drops every 2 hours. How many do you think in this room is hypoglycemic? You can't skip a meal. Or every 2 hours you're ravenously hungry or get lightheaded. There's 40 symptoms of hypoglycemia. And I've been that way since I was 10 years old. And my symptoms are ravenous hunger, and if I wait too long, I get short of breath. So every 2 hours I'm looking for something to eat. And when I was overweight, you're always grazing anyway. So my sugar stayed level. But when I'm dieting, I'm not always eating. Except I'm always have this with me, salt-free pretzels, jerky, almonds, salt-free almonds, because now I know my sugar's going to drop, even whether I have a big meal or a small meal. 2 hours later, tops 3, my sugar's going to drop, and I have to have food with me. If I don't, I'm going to eat the wrong thing.
What happens when you come to church and there's long services? I've seen you do this.
I go out to the bathroom and have my bar. I have cashew bars I carry with me, too. In fact, I have one in here today. In a real emergency, even though I don't recommend doing it, because I'm kind of a purist about not eating sugar, this is medicine. I need sugar. In an emergency, I've got to have sugar.
And what is low blood sugar? What is that? I mean, what happens?
Sugar drops. My sugar runs about 72, which is pretty low already.
Mm-hmm.
So anything below that, I'm in trouble. My sugar's dropping. It's a precursor to diabetes, and I thank the Lord I haven't got that. But it could lead into that if I don't watch how I eat. Like Pat was saying, I've lost and gained this 5 or 6 times. I've done Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, Nutrisystem, LA Weight Loss, and then I got down to about 187. From those 3 programs, I got down to about 167, and I couldn't move. 3 years later, nothing was happening. And I would go up 2 pounds and down 2 pounds. Up a pound, down a pound. And I'm trying to lose weight. For 3 years, it was so frustrating. What am I doing wrong? Up 2, down 2. Up 1, down 1. And and I never gave up. I never gave up because I knew this wasn't pleasing to the Lord. I know He loved me unconditionally just the way I was. But I knew I was killing myself, too. I knew it was the devil just laughing on the side. Oh, look at her, She can't control her eating. And it was one of the fruits of the Spirit is self-control. So I was like, okay, where is it? Well, in my case, a lot of it was to do with the sugar. Overeaters Anonymous knew nothing about that. None of us here claim to be a doctor. I went to doctors about it. They sent me to a nutritionist. They said, you got to eat 11 carbs a day. And I said, what? 11 carbs? I just lost 60 pounds. I'm going to gain all the weight back. And they were and it panicked me. What I really should have done was stay with the nutritionist and find out there's good carbs and bad carbs. I didn't know that. High glycemic, low glycemic. What is that? So to make it simple, high glycemic is starch. Potatoes, rice, pasta, legumes, beans. Beans are good for you, but don't eat that many. Nuts are high legume and high protein, high fat. So if I eat almonds, everything is portion control. 6, 8 tops. I also, and this to me is absolutely crucial. Oh, she's got the phone. But I carry it in here in my Nook. I carry it. It's in my computer also. It's an app someone back east recommended to me. lOSEIT.com. No matter what you employ to keep yourself accountable. I know a Weight Watchers has this kind of an app too. It's free, a free app, and I put in my breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, exercise. and it sends it to my friend, who's also on that, so you can become buddies with people. It keeps her accountable, it keeps me accountable. But the big thing is I can't lie to myself. I can't lie to myself. This has a budget in there that I've set, and when I go over it, it tells me, you want to argue with the numbers? You want to argue with the black and white? Then you're being dishonest. So I put everything in this every single day. I've been doing it for a year and a half. I'm still doing it. You can do it anywhere. You can do it on the toilet. You can do it in a waiting room. You could do it, I was doing it at a red light the other day. The light was so long, I thought, oh, I could put my lunch in. I mean, you know, there's no excuse not to do it. I can't tell you how important it is. You either write it down or enter it in. Those of you a techie like I am, you got the smartphone, just put in lOSEIT.com, start entering your food. I can give you lessons on how to use it so you don't go crazy. It's very simple, really. And we can send our food to each other.